Family, I want you to take a good look at what's on your screen here, okay? Now, I'm going to explain to you why both of these motherfuckers are extremely dangerous to black society, okay? Now, if any of you are foundational black Americans and you on code, you immediately know where this is going to go, and you already know exactly what I'm going to say or along the lines of it. But I'm going to point something out that most of you might not have even thought of. First, let's start with this bastard on the left here. As you can see, he's got a shirt on that says "My Redneck" with an arrow pointing over to his big alabaster buddy over here with a shirt saying "My Nigga" pointing back at his stupid cheesing cooning ass. Okay. Here's the problem with him, and I wonder if he's actually a foundational black American, because as offensive as that may be to some of you, we have to ask these questions because most of us have sense enough not to do this shit. Even the most hardcore coons don't do this. I hadn't even seen Jesse Lee Peterson do anything like this. Larry Elder. You can name some of the most prolific coons. Candace Owens. I mean, I haven't even seen them. Even though she's not a foundational black American, it's just some of them that just take this cooning to a whole nother level. First of all, look at this dumbass with this big ass Sambo grin on his face. If he understood anything about history in this country, okay, if you know it, let's just say he is a foundational black American, why would you think that this would be funny? Why would you think that this is a joke? Okay? There's nothing funny about this with your stupid ass. Because, see, I'm going to tell you something. If he thinks that's his buddy, I guarantee you if a situation arises where these race soldiers pull down on him, or he's in a courtroom, or even if it's nothing life-threatening, let's just say it comes down to something where he needs a loan or to get, you know, any type of funding for a business, this dude not gonna help you out, man. He not. I mean, see, this is ridiculous, man. And then when you look at him, okay, here's the other thing about him. A dude like this, with this big ass, yes, a boss, Master Sambo grin on his face, he will fight to the death to protect someone like him that is not a part of black society. Not just a white person, any person. Make sure you get that, black family. A motherfucker like this that's willing to devalue and dishonor himself and our ancestors by agreeing to take this kind of picture would fight to the death. He would slit your throat to protect a member of the oppressor class or their other subsidiary groups in this country. Okay? Now let's hop on over to his pale pal over here. I guarantee you, he's the guy that if you confront about this photo, I got black friends, and he's talking about this coon over here. See, these are the people they're talking about when they say they have black friends. He's going to tell you he listens to hip hop. He's going to tell you he dates black women. Okay? He's going to tell you all them kinds of things. But see, let's break this down. Of course, all of them like listening to music, because when they look at that, they're not looking at entertainment with us in it. Music or movies the same way. So you have to understand the mind of a white supremacist. They're looking at you at the same way. If you all go back and do your homework on this, look up the film Birth of a Nation, the original by D.W. Griffith. They view us as entertainment that way. Okay? They do. All you have to do is look at the modern day movies and see that if it's not some gay black dude switching around or some buffoon, if you do get to be in there and in charge, look at Black Panther. You got to be instructed by a white man some way, or you got to be the sidekick. That's it. You can't be a black man or black woman in charge without them either advising you or you being some type of comic relief buffoon. Okay? Now, if he really was such a good friend to black people, if let's just say the photo was the black man's idea over here, okay? Let's just say it was his idea. He would say, hey, man, you know what? That's not cool, man. I don't think that's a good idea. That's disrespectful. Even if you and I think it's okay, most of your people are not going to think that's okay. Okay? Especially if he knows anything about our history, which he does. He does. All white people know our history better than we do, almost. Okay? He would not look back at things like slavery, Jim Crow, and even current situations where they're gunning down and killing black people in the streets, unarmed, and a lot of them skating off into the sunset with no types of consequences. He would look at all of that and say, okay, nah, this is something that I should be doing. Okay, and then let me get on this even further. The type of them that argue so hard about using this variation of the N-word, you got to ask this question. Why do you want to say it so bad? Why do you want to say it so bad? That's the thing you always got to look at. And then when they start talking about, oh, they date black women. Yeah, the type of black women they're talking about are bed wenches. Motherfuckers that not only hate themselves, they hate black society, period. Okay? So yeah, they telling the truth when they say they got black friends and that they date black women. They mean it. They really do mean it. Because those are the types of individuals that they're talking about. Okay? And see, the reason why this bastard is so dangerous, he is the one that gets brought around the rest of our people if we don't have sense enough to say, hey man, you don't belong here. I don't care how that sounds. They don't belong around us like that. Okay? If you're not dealing with them to produce justice for black society or corrective economic action, all this kicking in and invited to the cookout bullshit, you shouldn't even be thinking like that as a black person that's on code. You shouldn't. What does that gain us? See, you have to keep looking at things when it comes to our people. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. All this trying to buddy up to them and all of this accepting of them amongst us and including them in everything, when they exclude us from everything, that automatically that shows that you have a huge self-esteem problem when you don't treat other people the way they treat you. What has that gotten us? See, you got to stop and let that marinate for a minute. What has that gotten us anytime we do that? It's time to see what happens the other way around and start excluding them from our culture. Stop kicking it with them, trying to gain their acceptance. Because, see, the ones of them that claim that they cool with you, I'm going to tell you how you know. Where the John Browns at? Where the John Browns at that's actually going out there saying, okay, see, let me tell you something. If you claim you're an ally, and I've said this many times, go ahead and start pointing out these race soldiers. If you really that cool with us, if you're a white person, whether you're a male or a female, you know who the race soldiers are in your communities in these police departments. You know them. They're your friends. You laughing and giggling with them all the time. Start coming with a list of names and letting us know that. Silently. You don't have to make a spectacle out of it because you can't get anything done making a spectacle out of something. I guarantee if you ask this motherfucker, has he ever given him a list of corrupt politicians that are white? Okay. Has he ever given him a list of corrupt police officers? Okay. He's not doing any of that. How that motherfucker your friend when he's in an advantageous position in society, being a part of the dominant society, and he's not helping you, knowing that you at the socio-economic bottom? How the fuck that's your friend? Now you his entertainment, you damn jackass. That's what you are, with that big stupid grin on his face over there in this damn disrespectful ass picture. Okay? And see, the other thing about, you know, the pale Paul Bunyan over here, this other thing about him. When you start mentioning that they actually have to do something, see, a friendship is supposed to be reciprocal. If you're going to call somebody your friend, there's a mutual benefit to being in that arrangement with somebody, okay? That's the way it's supposed to be. But see, over the years, black society has been used to being mistreated so much that we're always seeking acceptance to pad our self-esteem. We got to get off of that, black family. And let me make this clear. You can't save people like this. The bastard over here with my redneck on his shirt. We shouldn't try, okay? Not all of us are going to make it, and not all of us should make it. But what we do have to start doing is excluding them from amongst us. If we're going to make progress and see true liberation as a people, as a global black family, we got to get these coons off around us. We have to make it be to a point where they are completely ostracized from all affairs in black society. That's what it's going to take. Okay? It's going to take no less than that. We don't have time to be joking and playing out here. We don't. And see, if your mind is set up to the point where you don't see what's wrong with this as a black person, your ass is a part of the problem. Okay? See, let me further go ahead and dissect this. You look at any other group outside of black society and see if they're willing to take a picture like this. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Show me the Jewish person that's willing to wear a shirt saying my kike and my Nazi. Let me find a picture of a Jewish person that has somebody of German descent, okay, with my Nazi on it, and they wear a shirt that says my kike, okay? Show me the Asian person that's willing to have a shirt saying my chink. You know, let's be specific. Show me the Chinese person that's willing to have a shirt that says my chink, and a Japanese person, you know, with the shirt saying my gook or any other racial slur, okay? Show me that. See, just go down the line of different races, okay? Go down the line of different races, whether it's Hispanic. You're not going to find any other group but us willing to be stupid enough to sit here and disrespect ourselves that way. You're just not. See, you have to start looking at the psychological damage behind somebody that's sitting up here grinning like that, thinking this shit is funny. And see, let's break it down both ways. If he's a foundational black American, that motherfucker is definitely too far gone to have anywhere near us. These motherfuckers are dangerous, man. And if you're not a foundational black American, if you are an immigrant, no matter which generation it is, this is a part of the fucking problem. You all don't have a connection to the history in this country, for those of you that it applies to, because I'm not saying everybody. I got some thorough black, immigrant friends that can't stand the damn coon or white supremacists. But see, for those that come over here and agree to do shit like this, they don't understand the history attached to it. They don't. They really don't. So they think it's fucking funny. See, but I tell you what they will understand. If you go back to their countries, especially where they call them coffers and things of that nature, they won't find that shit funny then. Oh, they'll immediately know that's not cool. I guarantee you're not going to go, and I'm just using this for an example. I guarantee you're not going to go to Nigeria and find no Nigerian willing to put on a shirt that says my coffer and then have a cracker standing over there next to them with a shirt on there that says, you know, my Mzungo, whatever term you want to use. You're not going to have that. They know better than that. See, they know better than to pull that shit amongst their own people, but they come over here rocking our uniform, which is our black skin, and they'll pull that shit amongst us. And we're going to have to start clamping down on that. Not only are we going to have to start clamping down, I'm going to tell you right now, if you are a part of that black immigrant community, when you see shit like that, you better start checking it, or we will. We're going to have to. Because, see, in order for us to make progress as a global black family, this is the one common denominator that we have to have in common. Okay? Besides a black first mentality, we have to respect ourselves. Okay? We have to respect ourselves enough to never do anything like this. Period. How you going to want to be in the position of other groups when you don't respect yourself the same way that they respect themselves? That makes no fucking sense. None at all. Okay? So that's why I had to go ahead and really get on this when I saw this picture, man. Because I was just like, oh, hell no, man. I got to get on this one. I got to get on this one. And see, why this goofy bastard is sitting up here with a shirt talking about my redneck, and he got one on talking about my nigga. Let's just break this down. Think about it this way. If you really think that the two of you are best friends, I guarantee you if you start dating somebody in his family, that friendship is about to change. I guarantee you that. See, let's get personal with this thing, man. Let's get personal with it. Let his black ass go and try to talk to his sister or anybody in his family. See what happened then. I bet you won't be no more joking. Okay? And see, I guarantee you, on the other end of that, let Big Paul Bunyan over here get into a position where he has to hire people, okay, for any specific job or business. You think he gonna go running and hire a bunch of black people? Even if they qualify, you think that his so-called pal over here with this My Redneck shirt on is gonna be able to bring him 10 or 12 black people and say, hey man, I know some people that need a job, man. Can you hire them? You think he gonna hire them black folks over his own people? See, y'all better start thinking about this stuff, man. We at war over here with these motherfuckers. We ain't got time to be playing with these goofy bastards like this cheesing asshole over here with this damn shirt on talking about My Redneck and standing in a picture with this big fat baller lord over here talking about my nigga. So yeah, that's been my take on it. I had to drop some food for thought on y'all. Black family, keep your mind right out here, man. Keep your mind right out here. If you, the first step of the black empowerment is proper thinking. And we cannot have people like this around us. I'll see you all in future content. Stay safe, black family.